we're always told, aren't we, that Meghan Markle is this wonderful entrepreneur, the sort of person that really we should all aspire to. And I'm not knocking her as an individual, but this is the PR that gets put out. I often say this about many different people. It's a little bit like, say, the Stephen Frys of this world. They witter on and everybody thinks they're so eloquent and well put over, but they have no idea about the reality of every single day life. Obviously these people, welcome the refugees, but I'm behind a gated room, so don't worry about me, they won't get near me, that type of thing. And this is now the problem truly engulfing, I would suggest, the former role known as Meghan Markle. Some people might say, in fact, she could be the kiss of death for whatever venture you're planning. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you today in the very heart of Parliament. I hope you're well. Been a busy few days, as you can imagine, here with all the freebies going on and the inability of the government to do anything right. Well, as you can imagine, it never stops. Hence the reason when some of you very kindly say, Neil, you look a bit tired. I'm not surprised. We could do with a sit down and a cup of tea and a bit of a natter, couldn't we? You know what I'm saying? Yes, do you do that? It's frightening, isn't it? Couple of biscuits, you think you'll just watch something or quickly read something. Next thing you know, you're asleep. You're with me. No. But I call it sort of not the 40 winks, it's just recharging your batteries. Don't ever worry about having a few winks, because if your body's tired, it needs to go to sleep. That's my motto. Just not now. No, not now. Keep awake. Let's get back to your story. Now, here's where, as ever for me, I just find this fascinating because, as we know, last week, the 19th person apparently exited the Meghan Markle empire, the one that was set up, of course, after they left the British monarchy, Archwell Communications, whatever it's called. I never really know what they're actually about. Audio, it seems to be everything they've touched has been slightly, shall we say, well, not very successful, to be blunt. And moving forward, what I find about this particular story is this, Ashley Henson was this person who was the global communications director for Harry and Meghan, and literally she was going to turn their world around. Clearly she didn't, and clearly they didn't need any more bad PR. So amazingly, she left with a glowing reference to how sad they were to lose her. If she was so good, how come the press and the global communications were so bad? You see, the way Archwell works is, doesn't matter who you ring, who you contact, they never have a comment because they don't want to be commented about, literally from anybody, unless it comes from Meghan. Everybody's literally terrified of saying the wrong thing. Right, Ashley? Now, where it gets really fascinating is this, because she's decided to set up her own global empire with the full backing of the former royals, so much so that they're going to be clients. She may need to rethink this because, according to a very good source, Ashley thought, literally once that came out into the world's media, that there would be a rush of A-listers, the sort of people I'm talking about, the Gwyneths, the Reese Witherspoons, that sort of stuff. Well, sadly, no. And as ever, we have to say allegedly, but that particular source tells me, and it's an excellent one, right, Ashley? The thing is, she was kind of thinking the floodgates would open, and many people, because of the association of wanting to be in the same agency as the former royals, well, that would be very good for business. Apparently not. Now, when you think about it, you've got to be very careful in PR. You rest on your last product, as it were. If that single, album, film, book was a mega smash, you can put yourself forward and say, I was behind that. If you're Ashley Henson, of course, what could you possibly say? Well, yes, I helped with the podcast, and yes, the docuseries, and yes, the Heart of Invictus. I mean, it's a sort of litany of, well, let's just say mediocre success. And according to that source, perhaps taking Meghan and Harry on as clients, which they remain for 3 months only, I might point out, is going to be interesting to see whether people flock to the agency once they expire, or indeed if this really was the kiss of death from the start. Either way, I'm sure everybody here wishes Ashley the very best of success moving forward in communications. Always happy to share. Neil Shawn in the very heart of London.